So that spare tire rack that I had picked up a while ago, I was checking it out the other weekend there, and it actually doesn't line up with the bolt pattern on the spare rim that I have. So it will require some serious modification. I don't know yet. I'll have to have another look at it, but yeah, like, it says it's a universal tire mount and it just literally isn't even close, and I'm pretty sure that's a pretty common 5-bolt pattern for the trailers. So I don't know, but we'll have another look at it. That's like literally the reason why I didn't install it, because I seen how much extra it was gonna take, and I didn't want to do it at the time because sometimes I'm lazy. Most times I'm lazy. I do a lot of stuff, and then a lot of times I just don't want to do the things it requires. So yeah, so we're pretty much at Canadian Tire here now. We are going to go see what's on the go in there, see what they got in the trailer section for me. Just gonna go have a quick gander, and then by then I think Home Depot might even be open by now. I mean, I really do need to go get measurements first, so I should probably just go to the shop and see what I'm working with first, so I don't just buy unnecessary stuff or buy not enough things and then have to go make another trip, because I'm famous for that, jumping the gun on things and being totally unprepared. But that's just who I am, and I've accepted myself at this point in life. Okay, so went to Canadian Tire. I found another spare tire carrier because I don't feel like modifying that other one. This one says it fits a 15-inch rim, which is what I have. So, and it says 4 or 5 lugs, so that should work. I also got a propane tank gauge, and I got a dual propane line thing, and I got a spare tire cover. So that was Canadian Tire's trip. So I need to go to Princess Auto too. That's a stop I want to make today. I'm just trying to figure out if I want to go there now. If I want to go to Princess Auto right now before I head to the shop. I probably should. I think that's what I'll do. I'm gonna go to Princess Auto right now and then go take a look at the stuff there. And then once I'm done that, I'll go to the shop and then we'll take some measurements of what we're gonna need for supplies, and then we'll go over to Home Depot and see what they got for us. So let's go. Quick pit stop. You already know, boy. In Princess Auto will be like, do I need this? Something I don't need. Princess Auto trip was successful. I literally start putting shit in my cart. At the end I have to do a review and be like, okay, do I need this shit? Because I literally put back like 5 or 6 things that I just got. I'm like, that's a good price. That's a good price. I'm gonna pick that up. Anyways, we got a bunch more shit. The front of my truck is packed. Another successful trip. So now we're heading to the shop. I'm going to take a look at the roof and then we'll go from there. All right, so we made it to the shop. Got some new safety chains. We're gonna make this new thing work. Found some little RV bumper caps while I was out. I got these lights. I'm not sure if they're really gonna work or not, but I'm going to see what's going on under here and we'll check it out. So look at my repair from last video. Look how nice that cleaned up, eh? Jeez. pretty awesome. My buddy texted me. We're gonna head over to the brew house here in a bit. He's heading out to his shop, and then he said he'll give me a shout when he's on his way. And yeah, so in the meantime, we are going to, I'm not sure where I'm gonna start yet. I'm not sure what I want to start with today. I'm gonna get this, maybe I'll do the tire rack and stuff. I'm gonna get this whole propane tank off, and then I'm gonna clean up this stuff. Okay, so I've come up with a solution here. So this new one, this one's gonna work. I just checked it out. It fits the tire. So it comes with these brackets, and they kind of crisscross, and you just mount it, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this nut off, and I'm gonna make this flush, and then use, this is from the other tire mount, so I'm gonna cut a piece off of that and cap this off, and then I'll put this right here, right? And I will bolt it on, and then I'm just gonna put a couple safety welds on there as well, so you know it ain't going anywhere. And that should do the trick. And then I'm going to remove this wiring nightmare, and then we'll touch it up and paint it black. I think it'll be nice. So that's gonna be the first step. Okay, so got that random nut off. I wonder if it's probably still hot, but chopped it off. Now this is what it looks like. Now it probably looks better when it's right side up, but it doesn't fit the other way. This isn't wide enough. I don't really feel like modifying it, so I'm just gonna put it sideways. So this will probably be okay. I got it tightened down pretty good, but what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna run some welds on it, just for that extra peace of mind. So I'm not gonna be taking it off really. So I think that'll do just fine. I'll just cap this, and then yeah, and then we'll just paint everything. We'll hit it with some trim clad, and we'll just paint everything black. But yeah, she's pretty solid already. But I think if I just throw some welds on there too, then at least I know for sure it's good. Then I don't really have to worry. I forgot to put the washers on that side. Okay, I gotta put washers on there. Also kind of pulled the lights out and just kind of seeing what was going on underneath those. So we'll probably be like fully rewiring, I'm thinking. So yeah, that's it. So I'll start checking that out maybe after. I want to get that painted, and I want to get these chains put on. Safety chains on the front. We'll get that all welded up, and then we'll get everything up front here all cleaned up. And yeah, my buddy called me, so I'm gonna go meet him at the brew house here right away. He said he'd be there in 40 minutes, and that was like 20 minutes ago. So I'm going to get ready and dip out here and go for some food. I even found a spare tire cover. So that's mint. I know it's not perfect, but we're not after perfect, man. We're after function. It just needs to do the job. All it's doing is holding a spare tire. That's all it needs to do. It doesn't need to be perfect. This will be good enough. All right, we made it back. Just went and met up with my buddy, had some lunch. Now I'm lazy, so perfect time to get back to work. Good thing I bought that extra Red Bull, because that's gonna probably go a long way this afternoon. All right, so we got the spare tire mount fixated on there. I want to get this painted. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get the welder out. I'm gonna put some tacks on that guy, and then I'm going to weld on the new safety chains. We'll get those welded on the front, and then we can paint everything up real quick and get this cleaned up too. We'll go ahead and level that thing off, get it ready to cap it. shit. Now, for this trailer, both of these chains is definitely overkill. But I bought two. I'm just gonna put them both on. I think aesthetically it'll look better, and I'd rather just have them both. So I think one chain is 11,500 pounds, so that's definitely overkill, but can't hurt nothing. So. All right, so this was the old chain that we took off. We replace them with two of these bad boys. There'll be more than enough. All right, so I put the welder away too soon. I forgot that I wanted to cap this. So I'm going to just mocking up a little piece here to put on there, and then we'll cap that up, and then we'll go ahead and prep it and paint it. Anybody's a welder with a grinder and a little bit of paint. I also just thought too, that old chain that I took off of the front, the safety chain, well, I was gonna throw it out, but I'm actually gonna use it. I remembered that I had a lock in my toolbox over there, and what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna chain the tire up once it's bolted on there. Then I'm just gonna kind of wrap it around and chain it up for a little bit of extra anti-theft security. All right, guys, this is what our cap is looking like. I think that's gonna work out just fine. We'll go ahead and just tack that into place, and then everything's gonna look mint once it's all painted up. Well, she ain't perfect, but that's gonna do just fine. For what we need it for, that's gonna do just fine. Now we're going to go ahead and get this shit ready to paint it, because I'm really excited now to see what it looks like when it's all painted. All right, we got our half-ass masking job going on here. This is how a bodyman preps things for paint. It's gonna be just fine. It's gonna be just fine. We're just trying not to get that much paint on the trailer, you know what I mean? So after our first coat, we're looking just deadly, bud. Now that don't look as bad. No, that's right on, man. That's turning out great. I'm really happy with it. Front of here is all looking good too, man. These brand new chains just looks good, you know what I mean? Hell yeah. Man, this thing's starting to smarten up. We gotta paint those black. Then she'll be looking clean. And I gotta do something like this. I don't think that's a today thing. Here's how she turned out. Actually turned out pretty good, man. I'm actually really happy with it. I just threw that extra chain on there with a lock, just to give whoever wants it a little bit of a harder time. But yeah, that's gonna work just fine. I got a tire cover there. I'll stick that on and show you how that looks. There you go. That's that problem fixed. I think that turned out really good. I'm really happy with it. It looks amazing from a distance. Howdy. It snowed so much last night. It was like storming when I was on my way home. Yeah, it just took me like 10 minutes to clean off the truck. Okay, we are heading back to the shop. It's like 7:30. I need to stop by my dad's shop. He needs a hand putting a hood on this morning, and it's on the way, so I just said I would pop by and do that before I headed out. I told him maybe 9:10. I wasn't sure how early I'd be up, but of course my internal clock doesn't allow me to sleep in, so we're on the go. So we're gonna go do that. I'm gonna stop and pick up a propane tank on my way, and then yeah, maybe some breakfast. So let's go. I am going to head up on the roof and start applying some of this up there and see how that goes. I already got a good chunk of the old shit off of there, so let's do it. All right though, so we made it through the tube. I got the front, the right hand side done, all around the vent. Save you guys the process because I got to come down and turn off the music and whatnot every time, so and I got to climb up on the roof. So yeah, I'm just going ahead and just doing it. I got to clean up a little bit back here, just get the rest of like this flaky stuff off. That's what I did all up there. So we ran some over there in the front, a little bit down there. That's what I did last time. But I cleaned up as much of the flaky stuff as I can. A lot of this stuff is on here really good, but we'll go ahead and clean that up and then we'll finish off this back part. It's really gross up there, and the reason why I'm just kind of just giving her and not really worrying about it is because I won't see it. Out of sight, out of mind. As long as it just does what it's supposed to do, I'm cool. We also did grab a brand new tank today, so maybe we'll check some things out in a bit here. No shortage of shit up on this roof. Well, I'm all done with that. It's my first time doing this. It looks awful, but here's to hoping that it does do the trick at least. I made sure I got a nice amount of it all the way around. I'm gonna do these little cross sections here at some point, but for right now I just ran out pretty much. Well, I got like half of a tube left, I think, but I'm not gonna bother with that today. We'll hop up there at a later date. That took a while, and I'm just happy that I can't see it. So since we got that done, I was thinking I would probably have to like rerun like these wires, but I really want to try and avoid that because there are like the wires ran already. It's just nothing's working, so I just am hoping that it's just something smaller up front here. So I'm just gonna see if I can chase it a little bit and see if we can figure anything out, because I got like we got some things going down in here that I haven't really looked at yet. So I'm going to hook some of this up to power and just kind of start testing it and see what happens, because it would be really nice if I was just able to plug these lights in to the wires that are already there and just have it work. That would save me a lot of time, because if I end up having to rerun it, I'm not doing it super nicely, I'm going to run it under the trailer along the frame and basically just have it come up the back here, and I'm just going to run it on the outside because I am not getting that carried away with getting in there and trying to run wires again. So yeah, we're gonna try that out and see what happens. Okay, so I have been trying to diagnose this all day. I hate wiring. I hate this stuff so much. So I'm giving up. I've found grounds, I've re-grounded them, we've cleaned shit up, I've checked different connections. I still have no power back there. It's tough when you don't really know, I guess. I'm having a difficult time. Anyways, I came up with this new diagram. Here's my rear bumper. I'm basically going to rerun these new wires up and under the frame, and I think what I'm gonna do is basically something like this, where I weld another piece of steel to the bumper about 20 inches up, so it sits about here, so then it's kind of up higher and not like sitting right down on the bumper. And then I can just make little plates for the lights and just mount them to the plates, and then I'll be able to ground these new lights straight to here, and I think that would work. I don't know, it's been a while that I've been messing with this and I just don't like it, and I just get tired of it really fast. So it's kind of where we're at with that. Anyways, I think that's gonna wrap it up for this one. We have done a lot more things on this old girl. It's definitely starting to shape up, and I'm really happy with the progress that we're making. Maybe we'll probably pick around with the wiring a little more. I'll get a couple more opinions, because other people definitely know a lot more than me about this stuff. So I'm gonna get some more opinions, and then maybe we can figure it out. That would be nice. Until then, this is where we're at. So thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate it. The support has been absolutely incredible. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm having so much fun doing this stuff, so we'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.